Hello, this is Brian from Wright Consulting back with another video tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to install WordPress using the famed 5-minute WordPress install. There's just a couple of things you need to remember when you're installing WordPress, and I'll show them to you as we go along. The first thing we do is go to our web browser and type in www.wordpress.org to go to the WordPress site, and click download WordPress, and it'll have the version number. Then we click download WordPress again and save the file. Depending on the speed of your internet connection, it may take a couple of minutes or it may go pretty quickly. Next, we'll want to open the zip file we just downloaded and copy the WordPress folder that's inside of it to a location we can get to in a couple of minutes. Once the WordPress folder is extracted, we're going to want to upload that to our website, which we should already have set up. Here I'm copying the local location of the extracted file so I can quickly paste that in when I get into my FTP client. Here I'm typing in the host name, username, and password of my FTP site. And once that connects, I'm just going to go ahead and paste in the local location of the WordPress files. Now you can see all my WordPress files on the left, and on the right is my web server, and I'm going into public HTML and into a folder called tutorial where I'm going to install my WordPress blog. Once all the files are uploaded to FTP, we're going to go back to our web browser and type in the location of our website that we just copied WordPress to. And here's the very first screen you're going to see. We have to create a configuration file, and for that we're going to need a database name, username, password, and host. We'll click Let's Go, and it's going to ask for that information, so we actually need to set up a database, and this is going to change depending on your web hosting situation. For me, I have CPanel installed on my web server, so I can go to CPanel and create my database from there. Here I'm logging into CPanel. And of course, this is all going to be different if you have Parallels Plesk or another web hosting solution. I'm going down to my MySQL database configuration, and I'll create a database. And you'll want to remember this name for later, so remember what you're typing here. And we're going to have to create a user to go along with that database. I usually name it the same as the database. That's just a personal preference. And remember this username that you're creating as well as the password that you type in for it. And the last step is to assign that user to the database, and I scroll down all the way to the bottom to add user to database, select the database, select the user, and click add. And I click all privileges, so this user has privileges to do everything within the database, including creating tables, which WordPress will require. So finally I can go back to my WordPress install, type in my database name, my username that I had just created, as well as the password that goes along with that. The host will stay localhost. That means the database is on the same server as WordPress, and the table prefix WP_ is the default, and I like to keep that. And then you just click Run Install. After it finishes, you're asked for a site title. This is the title that's going to appear at the top of your website. The default username you may want to change from admin in your situation for a live website, and a password. And again, you're going to want to remember what this is, otherwise you won't have access to your WordPress installation. Then finally click WordPress, install WordPress, and you're good to go. To log into WordPress, you'll go to your website /wp-login.php, type in the username and password that you just created, and here's your WordPress dashboard. If you want to test it out, you can click your blog title at the top, click Visit Site, and there you go. That's a default WordPress installation. Well, I hope this video has been very helpful. Leave any questions you have in the comments, and I will try to help you out. Bye-bye.